Hello, my aging outrageously cuties. Well, I hope that this works.
Yes,
and we're
I can
working
see
okay here so far. Okay, because technically, this is not so easy. So this is my friend, Katy Bishop, who is a fabulous artist who's going to explain her alcohol ink technique. I have her art all over my house. And she's one of these 60 plus people who has started a whole new career for herself. And I want you to be inspired by her because she inspires me all the time with her fabulous art. So Catherine, explain it to us. You have some of it behind you now that your son was kind enough to pin up for us. Explain what alcohol is. It alcohol paints? Is that what you call it?
No, it's alcohol ink. First of all, I as an artist, I'm known as Katy Bishop. So if you want to find my work online, look,
okay,
Katy Bishop, and it's alcohol ink.
Okay.
Alcohol ink was developed in the 70s. Part of it comes from chemistry used by professional house painters and printers, and more of the alcohol basic understanding is from the printing business. Also Chinese, the black ink they use is alcohol based. Anyway, in the 70s, they started developing colors and it became more and more popular. I found it about 4 years ago and have just fallen in love. So acrylics were not inspiring me. I couldn't get the colors I wanted. Here I get the colors and the luminosity in the color that is special to alcohol ink.
I can tell the difference. There is tremendous intensity with the color.
Right. And I can control how deep or how transparent the color is by simply adding rubbing alcohol. That's how you thin it out. It comes in little tiny bottles. You put a couple drops on some alcohol ink and start working with it. But this one I'm doing on plexiglass. So the side that's going to eventually go is this side. I'm painting here, and so I'm painting in reverse. I have to think about what's going to be in the foreground, where normally when you paint with acrylics or oils, you put your background down first, and then you put your foreground and your midground and all of that. So it's very, very, very simple. It's just basic 99% rubbing alcohol and some color. So I'm going to put down, this is, Pinata makes a lot of very basic colors that I love, and Ranger makes all kinds of various colors that some can be very interesting. And there are a few other makers on the market, and of course I can't get this one open. But so it's just a couple drops.
Can we see where it's going? I can't see the platform.
I put the drops on, and I put the alcohol in, and now...
Okay. Oh, I see it.
Can you see where the magenta and the pale pink and the dark? Can you see that?
Yes.
Okay. This is...
I can.
Like, there. How's that? Better? There.
Yeah, oh no, it's great. It's great. I can see it.
Yeah, so what I would do is blow it into a shape I want.
And what you do is you...
Pardon? I didn't hear your question.
So that's what you do? You normally blow it? You don't use a brush? Do you normally just blow it?
Yes, or I'll use Q-tips, or I'll use a wedge, or I'll use a toothpick. Now I'm going to add some green down here.
Okay, your hand is in front of the screen. Okay.
Can you see the green? I can't tell what you're seeing. I've lost picture, but that's okay. Sorry. So, and I
can see it clearly.
Okay.
I can see it clearly. Oh, fascinating.
And so sometimes I don't want...
So do you always do it on some sort of acrylic?
It has to be done on a smooth surface. It could be done on a tile. It can be done on what they call as Yupo or synthetic paper. It's really plastic. But let's say I don't want this dark here. I just sop it up with a Q-tip. I don't want, can you see what I'm doing? I don't want these dots in it. I just sop it up. And ultimately, you end up with a picture. So that's what I do.
So you know what you're going to end up with?
Yes, if I wasn't
dealing
with the camera, yeah, I'll probably do a flower in here. I've done a couple. It's a little wet, but I've done a couple paintings with this cross-hatching background. This one here is about the desert. I don't know if you can see it very well. And I've done one that's really cool about the city. Unfortunately, you can't see it because it's in a show right now. This one here is on plexiglass. And here, I'll show you. So this one is called Hope. It's on plexiglass and it's framed in plexiglass. Here's the one with the cross hatching the desert. I don't know if you can see that it's a desert at night.
Yes, I can. I can.
These butterflies. All of these have been done on plexiglass of various sizes, including this big pansy. But occasionally I do.
And did you know? Oh, you were going to do pansies when you started?
I knew I wanted to do flowers in yellow and black, and at first I thought I was going to do a dahlia. So that's what I sort of in my head named it. And when I was finished, it didn't look like a dahlia to me. It looked like a pansy, so it became pansies. One of the things about alcohol ink is it's very different to control. As you can see by blowing it, or well, let me show you. If I take a brush with some alcohol ink, this is a fan brush, and I do this, I can do that kind of a look. If I use a softer brush, it'll get smeary. Like that, you know, where you don't have, depends what you're looking for with the paint and the brushes. So, I mean, I love the colors. Sometimes I sit here to work and I have an idea and it turns out the way I wanted it. Like this one. That one took about 3 months to do because you're working in layers.
The one you just Okay, the one you just did, can you hold up the side that's going to show, not that one, but the one you have at your table? Can you hold it up so we can see what the other side's going to look like?
Well, there's no white against, hang on. You need to put a color behind something, so I mount with white. But this is the mess I've just created. I don't, I'll be reworking it.
I see, but it's fabulous.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's how you do it. Okay.
So I'm painting on the paint side, and then I have to turn and look and see if I like what I did on the other side. And the other thing about alcohol inks is they don't hold their ground. In other words, if you put a blob of white acrylic on your painting, and then in the center you put a little dot of blue, they stay where you put them. Alcohol ink, because in order to work with it, you're adding rubbing alcohol, it all moves. And if your table is tilted, it will move in that direction. So you have to sometimes just go with the flow.
Sure.
So this is
that's a good thing. That's a good theory in life. This is so interesting.
Thank you.
How long do you think it took you to get proficient?
Probably about a year, because I worked at it every day at the kitchen table. I was just fascinated by the alcohol inks and what they could do. And I bought a little bit of the special paper, and I even tried it on the back of photo paper, which also worked well. But I just was playing, and then, somebody said, "Oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that." So I started looking at it seriously. And the first piece I put in an online exhibition show sold. Had me hooked. So that was in
That's always a good sign.
Yeah. So, I mean, right now I have artwork out in 8
this
different
is fabulous.
shows.
So the next time we did 8 different shows, are they all over the world?
Right now they're all here in Southern California.
Is it mostly Asian people who like it? Or?
No, these are exhibitions open to the public. And
where are you finding that people are the most enthusiastic?
It appeals to Californians real well. I'm also sending a piece to Loveland, Colorado Museum in a couple weeks, and I've had pieces in Chicago. So I think my artwork, though, is more for warm weather. I don't know. You live in the snow and you love them, so go figure.
Interesting. Yeah, not as much snow as there used to be, but yes, it is colder here. It's true, but they're so vibrant and so full of life, and there's so much movement and animation with it. It just fills up a room with light. I think your stuff is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. And I'm so thrilled that you're doing it and that you're so enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, I love it.
We look for you under katybishopart.com.
katybishop.art.
Okay, good. So we'll have to get better at the technical side of this, but we'll come back and visit you again. I'm so happy for your time, and I'm so proud of what you're doing. And of course your stuff is selling. You're fabulous, and you're in love with it. And I mean, look at all we can do in our dotage. You were producing commercials and selling real estate, completely different things than what you're doing now. And this is fabulous. And look at that art behind you that inspires you. It's like your old age is set for, or your older age is set for contributing aesthetically. I think that's so wonderful. But thanks for your time, honey. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
See you later.
Bye-bye.